You caught me in my PJs again. My daughter didn't want her raspberries, so she's feeding them to me. Now this is service. Thank you, cutie pie.
Another raspberry.
Thank you so much. Love you. What is up, my fam bam? Ashley Elizabeth here with AHM Artistry, and as promised, I am here to give you my overall final review, thoughts, full on, like, I'm showing you firsthand the review of these ColourPop powders. I have the setting powder over here, and I have the pressed powder in medium over here, and I know I'm supposed to be a good little YouTuber and like catch you guys and reel you in and make you stick all the way to the end, but I'm gonna just tell you right here, I am not liking these powders at all. I don't know. I'm not. I'm gonna show you why firsthand. I have 4 or 5 different days that I actually show you how everything wore, and I'm a dry skin gal. So let me preface it with that. I got very dry skin. Everything looks just dry on me. So a couple powders I can use, but these ones made me oily. Like, what? A powder making me oily? This is the first time I've ever had an experience like that with a powder. No oil control whatsoever. You'll see, you will see. But while you guys are watching that, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my face makeup, and I'm gonna be testing this powder one more time to see if I can get it to work, because we all know setting powders are very finicky. They really depend on both your skin type and the foundation that you're working with. One more go-to foundation that is a little more on the matte side that I'll be using today is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. So I'm gonna be doing that with the Too Faced Born This Way Extra Coverage Concealer, the multi-sculpting concealer. I am ready to move past these setting powders and just move on to something else, because I got other things to be testing now, and I'm just so over it. But I'm really glad that I went through these wear tests for you guys, so you guys can really see firsthand, because first impressions wouldn't have done it justice. And I'm not saying that these are bad powders for everybody. Keep in mind, anytime you watch YouTube videos or even read reviews online, that person isn't you. Some things will work for some people and some things won't work for other people. These are clearly not working for me. But we're gonna give it one more shot. Let's go ahead and do my little intro, and then we will jump right into my last month's experiences with these powders. Okay? Okay. I don't know where my audio went on this part of the clip, but basically this has been on for only 4 hours, and look at how greasy it is. This is with the ColourPop No Filter Stick Foundation. Oh my goodness, it's greasy. Okay, now the audio's back. I almost never have this happen, so I don't know if it's a combo of the stick foundation with this loose powder, or if it's just the loose powder, because the stick didn't do this with the other powder. But more testing will be continued. Okay guys, take a look at this. Yeah, so this round I did the ColourPop foundation stick that I was testing out. You know, that one's doing really good, but with this setting powder, I used it also in the other shot that you just saw. That shot, that day I did the Urban Decay Chill Setting Spray before doing the powder. Today I skipped the chill spray in case it was that was causing the oiliness, and I just did the setting powder on top of the foundation stick. As you see, it's about 4.5 hours after applying it. It's already super greasy. It was pretty oily looking when I first did it. Like within a half an hour of doing the setting powder on top of the foundation, it was looking pretty greasy. Where the stick does fine with my other setting powders, so I know it's the setting powder that's causing that, not the foundation stick. I did that setting powder with a different foundation and it worked beautifully, but for some reason these two are just not cohesive. They're not blending together well. It's greasy, my fine lines are just, it's a no for that combo, but it is working for some combinations, so I will test that out next. The foundation that I used that did work with it, so I can show you guys. I didn't think to film it that day, I don't know why, but I will show you guys that next. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, so today I did the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Liquid Foundation with the setting loose powder, ColourPop setting powder that is loose, and I know it's been on now for 10 or 11 hours, so that's a lot longer than the other ones, but I wanted to update you and show you everything like this. So this is almost looking like how the other ones were looking after 4 or 5 hours, but this was looking pretty good for most of the day. It was still more on the dewy side, but it took about, I would say 4 hours to start getting a light shine to it. My husband did say, and that's like the first time he's ever mentioned it, that any day that I've been testing this loose setting powder, you know, after a couple hours of wearing it, he is asking, why are you looking so greasy? Because you are usually dry and you're looking very, very oily. So that's something to be said about the setting powder. Definitely more on the oily side, does not control oil whatsoever. So if you're super, 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 super dry, it might be okay. But even me, who is very dry, it's getting too oily on. So now I'm gonna go into testing the pressed setting powders and we will see how those ones go. Okay, so do not mind the patchiness around here. Today was my eye swatching day for the Huda Nude palette. So I today used the ColourPop stick foundation with the pressed powder in medium. And as you can see, it's very oily. It's only been on for, let's see, it's been on for 5 hours. So this is kind of, I guess it's like a tiny bit less oily than the regular loose powder. So I do get a little more mattifying. I also didn't put it under the eyes because it was getting really crepey and, you know, gross looking when I did that. So I just used a fluffy brush and finished all over with it. And it's looking pretty shiny, pretty oily, not what I'm used to from setting powders or even foundation powders at all. It's really crazy. I didn't think that it was going to be so different, so I'm really glad that I didn't just do a first impressions review on this, and I wanted to do, like, you know, because foundations are so temperamental with setting powders, especially these ones. So I'm going to do one more test of a different foundation with this pressed setting powder, and then obviously whatever I'm doing in the video, and we will see how it's going. Yeah. Alright, so one last day of testing other than my video testing. So today I went in with a really light hand with the CoverGirl Vitalist combo, foundation and concealer, just to kind of test it out a little bit more. So I wanted to test it with the powders versing each other. So I did my normal Laura Mercier on the under eyes and the Tarte Guard everywhere else. So there's that side, and then I did the ColourPop pressed powder on this side to test that one more time. I don't know if you can tell, I can tell, but it's only been on for 4 hours and this side is already a lot more oily, a lot more shiny. I do have my like highlight glow on this side, a little bit of shine coming through, but not as much as this side. So that's only after 4 hours. That means after 8 hours, I'll probably be a lot more shiny on this side. I can't wear it any longer because I only did my makeup for dinner really quick and it's time to wash it all off, but just wanted to show you guys that. I do think this side does look more powdery. This side kind of looks a little bit better, but I know it's going to get oilier and then it'll start to shift because that's what it did with the other one. So I don't know. I feel like maybe because I didn't do the full wear test, it's kind of a toss-up right now between this side looking a little bit better, but greasier. Hopefully this final wear test side by side will answer a solid answer to all this. But that smell, you guys, it smells so bad that I can't even. So let's see how the regular wear test went. Okay, you guys, what did you think about that? The thing is, I'm very dry skin, as you guys know, as I've said a million times already in this video. So if you have oily skin, I can only imagine how oily that gets on you. Let me know down below if you use any of these powders and what your thoughts are on them, because I could be way off here because sometimes my skin can just be crazy and I don't know. So it would be great to hear some other people's reviews down in the comments if you do have experience with them. But right now, this is not something I can recommend. However, let's see if it changes with this foundation because this one is more of a satiny matte. So again, like I said, I'm going to be going in with the powder on this side and then the pressed powder on this side. You know, I haven't baked with this yet. Because it's so oily, maybe for me, it will be a good baking powder. Because like I can never bake because things dry me out so much. So let's try. Let's try baking on this side. I'm giving this as much opportunity as I can. I haven't baked in a hot minute. Okay, we'll let that set per usual bakingness. Let's go in with this pressed powder now. I don't know if I can bake with this. It's really hard to bake with a pressed powder. We'll try. Not gonna work, but we will press it into the skin. Oh. I forgot to mention at the beginning, I mentioned it just now in the videos you saw really briefly, this powder smells so awful, so bad. The loose setting powder, fine, just like nothing, like a normal one. There's no way I could, you guys, you know I just bought this. There's no way that it could just be bad or anything. I think that's just how it is. I need to look up if people have experienced a bad smell with this because it smells so bad. I can't even describe it. This is the last time that I'm using, whether this works or not, I will not be using this again. I gotta keep it away from my face because it smells so awful. So awful. Good thing there's no smell-o-vision in this case. You know, we're always talking about we wish there was smell-o-vision. No, you don't. Not right now, you don't. And then I'll brush it on with a fluffy brush the rest. Yeah, and that was another thing. I used it with a dense brush the first time for the pressed powder and it looked really cakey. So we'll see. That's enough baking for my setting powder side. So now I'm gonna brush it off. And just a reminder to you guys, in case you know, maybe you missed the couple episodes, but I have been recently obsessed with ColourPop. I have just recently started trying them and everything else that I've tried, I have loved. The lipstick, great. The foundation stick, amazing. Best foundation stick I've ever used. The eyeshadows, oh my gosh, great price. But you know what? Can't win them all now, can ya? So, case in point. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and show you guys how this looks all up close, zoomed in. You know how I do it. And then we're gonna do a wear test. Just in case, you never know. Maybe it'll change and I'll change my tune. Only time will tell, literally only time will tell. Okay, here is Far Away. For you to see everything. Looks nice, right? Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and zoom in now. All right, still not bad. Looking better than my experience with the other ones, except this side. The pressed powder side looks like, this is actually my better side. Turn up the brightness a little tiny bit. So this is actually my better side, and this pressed powder side is making it look like my worst side. More fine lines on this side, which I don't usually have as many on that side as I do this side. This side looks a lot better. So maybe the answer is either the foundation, so the Tarte foundation, or baking, because this side doesn't look too bad. The pores aren't as great as some of the setting powders that I've used. Keeping in mind, of course, that these powders are affordable powders. They are not expensive, so hopefully it doesn't sound like I'm just here to bash them, because I'm not. I'm just here to show you guys, like firsthand, how everything's performing. But you know what? It doesn't look greasy yet. Like the other ones, right off the bat, they looked too dewy. Enough of the talking, let's just see how the wear test went, because that's what's really turned me off of it, is how oily I look, even though I'm dry. That's the tea. Yes, it's actually tea today. Jasmine tea. So it's been a little over 6 hours, and I just wanted to check in around the same time that I was doing the check-ins for the other ones. But here's the up close of everything. Looking a lot better. This is nowhere near as shiny. And I asked my husband, who had, you know, a problem with the other ones, and he's like, oh yeah, you're not shiny today. I have a little bit of weirdness around the nose on this side. If you can see, oh yeah, like the creasing right there. I didn't have that problem the other way. And then some of my nose is kind of separating right there, which is weird. I don't usually have that problem with this foundation combo. The under eyes still look better on the setting powder side versus the pressed. Starting to get a little bit oily now. So I think now at this point, so 6 hours? Yeah, 6.5 hours wear time. You know what though, I was thinking I might not be like 100% over the loose setting powder. Let me zoom you guys out. I'm like, you know what, my under eyes for baking look pretty good, and I can never bake usually. So maybe I spoke a smidge bit soon. I think I might keep the loose setting powder just for baking my under eyes for those little extra days, you know, because that side didn't do bad. I'm not like creasing or anything under the eyes, so it's looking good. Overall, this may not be the absolute worst thing, especially for dry skin. Baking, you might be able to get away with it for the under eyes. So there's a pro. I was looking, you know, I was really putting this through the ringer, trying hard. I'm giving this to somebody else. I don't know, somebody that doesn't mind the smell, because it's just too much. I cannot recommend that on smell alone unless for some reason I have a bad one. Yeah, all right, so I'm happy. So maybe this combination mixed with the baking pulled out a workable way to use a product. So I'm happy, yeah, okay. All right, you guys, that is it for today. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that was informative. If I missed anything, you know, there's a lot of different things involved here. If you have any questions, go down in the little comment section, ask away. I will try to answer them as best as I can. If I don't have the answer, hopefully somebody else who've used the powder can answer that for you, especially if there's any oily skin gals out there who have used this, or anybody. If anybody used this, don't forget to comment your experience with it down below. If you are new here, well, hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Before you go and fall down the rabbit hole, which is YouTube, I get it. You click on another video, another video, another video, another one. Before you lose me in the sauce, go down and hit that little red subscribe button. That way you get notified when I post new videos, which is about 3 times a week. To everybody else out there, thank you so much for watching. Ugh, you guys are awesome. And I hope every single one of you, every single one, you, and you, have a great, freaking awesome, wonderful, happy day.